everybody, and welcome back to Bar Run Farm and Forge. It is indeed Thursday evening, 6:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a reason why it's not 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hiccup.
We just got ready to kick it on, and Eli says, we got no internet, and we didn't. So there is a possibility that it might kick out again, but we're hoping not.
Yep.
So anyway, we'll go ahead and say hi to everybody. Kick that off for a second. Mr. Kyle Jones up there in Maine, so it's 47 degrees this morning. There you go, kind of like that. Roger Caldwell's here, going to Quad State. Bobby Robert Launus, the Treadle Shed, hasn't got his ticket yet, his plane ticket, so he needs to get on the ball and get that done so we can see him. Bobby at Dogbone Knives, good to see you in here, brother. I'm guessing it's not 47 down there. Just a guess. Daniel Baca, the Baca Maker. Mr. Jeff Killian, Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse is here. Was in a little bit on his live last night. Came in from watering my well. And Cindy is in here. That's Eli's mama. Eli's mama. So good to have everybody in this evening. We are probably going to have a little discussion on some of the most recent events at some point in time, but we're going to focus in on some positive stuff and do some foraging. We've got a list of stuff over here beside Eli that we got to get done in the next few weeks. Now, a couple of those are ready to be done.
Yep.
Pretty close to be done. I do want to show the triangles.
What?
The dinner triangles.
Oh, yeah?
They are finished, well, except for putting the finish on them.
Yeah.
They're not finished. They're finished. And they're not from Finland. Finish. Where's their little leather piece at? Ah. So the first one, see, we did this one on the live stream.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and show that dude off. Hang him up by a little leather strap there. Go with that. So we'll kind of give an indicator how that turned out. Mr. Bill Corey, BC 65925 BR549, right there. And Pumpkin Patch.
There you go.
Eric here. All right. Anyway, there's one of the dinner triangles with the vine and the leaf on it. That's a good ring. I like that.
Got a good resonance to it.
The resonance.
Yep.
Simulant. Check. Simulance. And this is one that was done on a Instagram reel, right?
Short.
And no, YouTube short.
Well, it's on Instagram, yeah.
Yeah. So much more simple. We just did a little bit of flat curls on each one of these and on the clacker. I guess that's what you call it. Slightly different tone.
It does have a different tone.
Still sounds pretty good. So basically all those have to do is just get beeswax on them or a coating, and they're ready to be checked off the board there.
Yep.
That shouldn't take much. What else? Got the burger presses there. I was going to think about maybe doing those this evening, or a fire shovel. Man, oh man, we got what all we got over there. Fire pokers, log tongs, fire shovel. That's one of the things we found out at this particular event that we're going to in October. They like their fireplace.
You can't have enough fireplace items.
And like campfire.
Yeah.
Campfire and fireplace stuff.
Yeah.
They go crazy over it. And then a couple, of course, railroad spike knives.
Can't have enough railroad spike knives.
Golly, Ned. Guys, you know how much I love doing knives and railroad spike knives.
Yeah.
We could put a stupid price on them all day long, and all of them would sell.
We were selling them before they were even made last year, Dad.
Yeah.
I think pretty much every year. I think you had one that you had just kind of banged out.
Yeah.
Somebody asked about it, and you're like, screw it, we'll make one. And then you were just finishing up forging it and started up a angle grinder, and some guy was like, "Is that a railroad spike knife?" Yeah. How much you want for it? $50. Just handed us money right there.
Yeah.
I hadn't even finished it yet.
Yeah, it wasn't even done. I had one.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'll make one.
Yeah.
So we had one and almost one ready to go. They were sold before they were done.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
So Lauren is here. Good to see you in here, brother. As always, Bill says, when I was smithing Pioneer Village at Spring Mill State Park, there was no such thing as even fire pokers. Well, there are now. Railroad spike lizard, you can do that. Yep. Weld a file into the railroad spike. Yeah. I mean, that's some things you can do with it. You can get creative. The crazy thing about it is where we go with this one. I mean, like I've got this extremely simple one here that a guy wanted. Just, I mean, basic as basic gets, kind of.
Yeah.
And the guy's going crazy. Those will sell all day long. And if you put a twist in it,
oh, dude,
they go nuts.
Oh,
they
yeah.
just go crazy over it. And I just, okay. And then he gave me I think it ended up being a cold chisel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so this guy wants me to make some kind of knife out of this cold chisel. And it had kind of a mushroom dent on it. So I'm going to make a push dagger out of this end and then put a guard or a handle on that right there for him. Again, not a knife guy. You guys that are knife guys, I'm sorry for the damage that I do to the knife industry. But there it is.
Yep.
There you go. Some of the scenes horseshoe knives. Yeah, that's another one. The horseshoe knives.
Could do that. Yep.
Yep. And wrenches.
Oh yeah. Or spatulas out of them.
Yes.
Out of a ratchet.
We had somebody come to us with 2 snap-on ratchets, half-inch ratchets, without all the gears and the guts in them, and said, "Can you make me something out of these?" And at first he was like, "A knife," and I'm like, "No, I am no, And so I said, "Okay," and he kind of wanted to still save the concept that it was snap-on. I was like, "There's not enough there to make that happen." So we ended up making a spatula. I made a flat piece and then riveted on the ratchet head. We riveted onto that, and then the other part, I took the ratchet out, opened it up, and drew it out for a steak flipper.
Steak turner.
Yeah. Knife guy at night. No, I am not. Tonight, though, we're going to do some...
I think you should make a knife.
I ought to make a knife, right?
Tonight's audience.
We're not.
Who's here?
We're going to make a...
you see who's here.
Fire poker. What's that?
Perfect audience for knife making.
Absolutely, especially since somebody just came in.
Yeah.
So we're going to make a fire poker. If we get through with this one, we'll make another one. I think up on the list we have 5 listed that we're supposed to do.
5 big, 5 small.
5 big, 5 small, and they will sell. We will not have any fire pokers
twist in them.
Yeah, and they'll all be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I'm going to do tonight is pretty much going to be identical to the other ones that I will do, and they will just go. That's all there is to it. Do a Rubik twist for handles on most of mine. Yeah, they go crazy over that stuff. Forged spoons. There you go. Erica Pumpkin Patch. Load making knives, but money is money. That's exactly it. As a wise man once said. No, wait, I think it was Roy. Do what sells.
Yeah.
Do what sells.
Yep.
We'll have pieces that we enjoyed making and that we like putting our artistic flavor into, and we'll take those pieces with us, and they probably will not sell.
Yeah.
We will do
one of those that people pick up. They'll look at them and be like, "Wow, this is really
neat. That
is
so nice. You guys do such great work."
All day. Bonk, back down. Bonk, back down. Bonk, back down. Bonk, back down.
And even there, we'll make a little bit nicer knife.
Yeah.
Like I just finished up a Serbian chef's knife with ironwood handles on it.
Oh, yeah. They'll pick it up and be like, "Wow, this is really nice."
That
and they'll
is
say, "How much
cool.
is it?" $150. And they're like, "Nah, it's too much."
And
then they'll walk down the road. There's a guy that sells cheap Chinese Damascus in quotes, and he's got 100 of them sitting on a table, and he'll sell them all the live long day for $30.
Yep.
And they'll walk past our booth. They'll walk past our booth. I got a Damascus knife.
Yeah, and they'll have 5 of them.
Yeah.
They'll spend the $100 dollars on Chinesium and be as proud as whatever, and go walking down and it won't make it home.
Yeah, a good drop and that thing shatters.
Yeah. Hope everyone is having a great time getting ready for Quad State. Is that hope everyone is having a great time, period, and you're getting ready for Quad State, or hope we're having a good time getting ready for Quad State?
Or both.
There you go. But tonight we're going to do a 1/2-inch square fire poker. We're going to do a forge weld, kind of a crow's foot style, sort of.
What's the starting length?
42 inches.
42 inches.
42 inches. And I've got 3 of them cut up. Yep, got two more cut up over there. So if we get through it, we'll do that. Wayne Heights, oh my. And we'll go from there. But these are pretty much all going to be the same, primarily. It's kind of a thing that we do. And we'll put the twist in it. It's 1/2 inch, so I think we can get our touch mark on these. And then that'll be it. We'll check that off the board there. So let's get to it. We've got some stuff coming up, Eli, if you want to talk about that while this is getting ready in the forge. We had one that's no longer happening, but maybe making up for it.
So if you go to the website, which is www.barunforge.com, that's BARUNFORGE.com. We have our schedule listed out. It is on the gathering webpage, or I think it's on the event webpage. It includes the gathering and then every of the events that we're at this year, including Quad State. So if you're interested, if you're around the Ohio area and you're interested, or Indiana area, interested in coming to hang out with us, we'll be at Metamora in the first weekend of October. And then after that, we will be a couple weeks.
Weekend.
Yep. And then we'll be in Sons of Toil for 2 or 3 weekends out of the last part of the month and into November. And then we'll have potentially 2 Christmas events, one at the beginning of our first weekend in December, and then the second weekend in December is the Village Christmas in Lynchburg. Yep. So, be a good time.
So there you go.
Those events are listed up there on the website, which you can go check out.
And the big event on there, obviously, is the gathering.
Which is not up for next year's yet.
It's not up for next year.
No, not yet.
That gum. Okay. But anyway.
It'll be up there.
April 24th through 26th. Put it on your calendar now.
Yep. And Reagan will be there at some of those events.
We're paying her for that, though.
Yeah. You'd like to fund to keep Reagan around.
Yes.
You can through Super Chats on YouTube or the Streamlabs tips button right there in the description.
Which is better for everybody.
Which is better for everybody because that means YouTube doesn't get money and we get more of it, which is beneficial for both.
Bye, Wayne. Love you, buddy.
Or you can send us cool stuff because our information to send cool stuff, i.e. our address, is on the website and on the YouTube. Or a quick Google search.
Right.
Probably would any of those 3 would get you there.
Yep.
So we do like cool stuff. Tools, handmade items.
Speaking of tools.
Eli's
got a couple things that he's planning on bringing to Quad State.
Yeah.
On the tool end of things.
So if you have not seen it already, we have a kind of, what would you call it, a diagonal tool rack?
Yeah.
Kind of a slanted tool rack.
An angled wall hanging tool rack.
Yeah. So we'll have those. They're $50 for the pair. If you want a third one, you can let us know. You can order them as the pair on the website. If you just want to say, hey, I want to buy them at Quad State, you can email us, text us, carrier pigeon, Pony Express, snail mail, however you want to get a hold of us. Let us know. But they're on the website, which is www.barunforge.com. It's BARUNFORGE.com. So those are up there. And then I will have a new product as well. I'm not going to spoil it yet because I need to get it done.
Yeah.
But be on the lookout.
And I'll comment on the tool rack here in just a minute.
Oh.
After this heat.
Dad's got something to say.
Full disclosure. Uh-oh. Telling you. He's out to get us. Full disclosure, we got the forward camera.
Yeah, that part's good.
Is it on me? Is the camera on me?
It is.
That's what I want to know.
Unfortunately.
That's all I care about. The camera's on me.
Yeah.
All right. Full disclosure.
Ooh.
Really funny thing happened.
Funny
so
how.
we posted, funny how. So we posted that we had mounted Roy's
Yes.
wall hanging tool rack, 2-tier wall hanging tool rack.
Yeah.
That we had purchased from them.
Yep.
And it has an anvil with a cross in the center of it.
Yes.
Like Christ-centered.
Yes.
Ironworks.
Yeah.
Right in the side of it. And one of our friends here commented and said, "That's really cool." And I said, "Yeah, we got it from Roy." And he said, "Yeah, I think he's got one as well."
Yeah.
So I told him the alterations we had made on it. And then Eli and I came up with this unit over here. And he's like, "Wow, I didn't know Roy had that one." Well, if you look at it, there is an anvil and a cross, but the cross is above the anvil.
Which is similar to our logo.
Which is similar to our logo.
Which is similar to Roy's logo.
Similar to Roy's logo.
Our logo is slightly different.
Yes. So we won't say this is a derivative of this. This is not a derivative of this at all.
Yeah.
It just has some similarities to it.
It's a tool rack.
It's a tool rack.
It is a tool rack.
So don't get it bent, all right?
Yeah.
It's okay. And our buddy on the stream, if he hasn't left us already in a total huff, is going to say it's all right too, which I'm sure he's fine with it. I know he's fine with it because we've talked about it. So we're not out there stealing ideas from Roy or stealing products from Roy. We love Roy. In fact, we just bought products from him last week.
We did. Sure did. That came in last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quick on the shipping.
Yes, he is. Much quicker than we are.
Probably, yeah, definitely.
Much quicker than we are. Yes. We are completely not in competition. Don't want to, can't, not doing it. We love Roy. We love Thomas. We love Jess. They are friends, companions, brothers and sisters in Christ. So, there you go.
So there.
Well, I'm not going to tell you who the person was, but they are in the chat. It's very observant, though.
Yeah.
That saw the logos imprinted in the side of it.
There's Rob at Granddad's and Kevin at Trail Dust.
Rob. I haven't talked to Rob in forever, man. Hammerhead family, we are right here, buddy. Can't wait to see you. Hopefully we'll see you in a couple weeks. And Kevin, hope to see you as well, brother.
And Keith. Can't forget Keith.
And Keith. Got to bring Keith. We bring the steel parade again. And Roger's right. There's only so many ways to do certain things. There you go. This one's a lot more like us. Just a little slanted. Just a little skewed.
It's got some round to it.
And round. All right, we'll do a little bit more drawing out on that. Clean it up a little bit, bend it over, and prepare for the forge weld. What's that? Cosman back in here. Great to see you. Hot dog started streaming 19 minutes ago, and iron is already red hot. That's right. That is right. How much steel can I haul in a truck? Are you asking Kevin? How much steel? How much steel can you haul in there?
Nope.
All right, one more heat. We will prepare. Yeah, somewhat of a turkey foot. And kind of show you what it'll look similar to.
Hang on, because I lost the main cam.
Oh, good.
Yeah. There we go. All right, I think we're back up in business now. Good night. Just a frozen of you going.
Yeah, that'll be similar to what it looks like.
There you go.
There it is.
That one gonna be same size? Or?
That'll be the small one.
Okay, gotcha.
So we already have one. Already have
That's
one.
good.
That's good. No, that's bad. How come? All right, we got our taper done. We'll heat it up, fold it over, and no, probably not.
Flux.
No, not the flux. Not the flux.
I put that flux on everything.
So after everything is all said and done, we get about 6 to 6.5 inches from tip to tip. Obviously, it gets drawn out a little bit. So that'll give you an indicator of how much we're going to take out of that and fold over.
Anything else new in the shop?
Well, yeah, we've got a TIG welder back there.
Yeah, what?
A TIG welder.
Yep.
Plasma cutter.
Yep.
Some other tools back there that we've got to review.
Yep.
I got the portable forge in there to cut down and add the rest of this tool rack to.
Nice.
And I haven't even looked at the wood shop in about a month.
Hey, what's that evil thing behind you?
The beast. All right. And try to get in there and stretch that out a little bit before we close it down. Best possible chance. Very interesting. I'm getting ready to do a forge weld, and I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, my very first forge weld was on a live stream.
Mine was too.
And yours was too.
Making a fire poker.
There you go.
Because I got done the first time it came out, I like smacked it a couple times, and I was like, "What do I do now?" And everybody was like, "Hit it."
Coaching you what? Coaching you through it.
I was like, "What do I do now?" They're like, "Hit it faster."
We're hoping to see a forge weld. We'll see.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have. Some...
Dennis liked my song I sang today.
Yeah.
I sang at a 9/11 tribute thing today, and I told Michelle not to put that up there. I can't stand the sound of my voice on a recording. Can't stand it. Sound of my voice.
Yeah.
Well, here it is.
I'll probably have a couple of the phone holder blanks with us at Quad State.
Is that Trent Ross? The Trent Ross?
Looks like it. And Josh Smith.
Pastor Josh in here. If this is the Trent Ross, I'm thinking it's the Trent Ross. This dude and I played college baseball together.
You know more Trent Rosses?
I don't, but you just never know. It is the interweb.
That's true.
He and I we spent a lot of time together. A lot of time. It is, he says. Good deal. Well, it's good to see you, brother. All right, I think we're about ready for forge weld.
Here we go. Sparks will fly.
I purposefully did a coke fire tonight too, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Had a little movement there, so
What's up?
don't see any green fire. Those are just little sparkle babies. Heartland HQ and Dink and Tank with Dink and Tank. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys in here.
We are.
Yeah, everybody welcome in my buddy Trent from college.
Dang it.
I remember Trent came to me one day late at night, and he said, "Hey, you ever have something about gutting a deer and dressing out a deer?" I was like, "Well, yeah." He said, "Jump in the car with me." He just hit a deer out on I-64 outside of Grayson. Then we ended up making a mount for the antlers and everything. He was like all proud of it because they'd hit one out on the interstate. And I think it was Scott Melton jumped in and ended up helping with the meat or whatever it was.
Huh.
Now, there weren't very many sparks there. I kept it pretty minimum. I think we got a good weld.
For anybody that is a first time here, be sure you click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell. You're alerted every single time we have new content right here on Bar Run Farm and Forge.
Back to you.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and of course, the website, www.barrunforge.com. That's BARRUNFORGE.com. Your mom is calling me. Hi.
Go and get you some merch.
Hello. Hello.
Yep, that is correct, Trent. Yeah, Scott had one of those 1-ton Toyotas. He's probably telling us about supper. We'll be done about 8 or so. Oh. Get that welded a little better, a little higher. Yeah, I'm going to weld that a little bit higher. The weld at the bottom took.
What's that?
The weld at the bottom took. I
Yeah.
just want to weld it up a little bit further.
Gotcha.
Still have the antlers.
Get you a t-shirt. Yeah.
I got you, Bill. Y'all have fun. Got to go to work. On my girlish figure. Go work on my girlish figure. See you, Josh. Love you, buddy.
I'm wearing one of those t-shirts. Get this t-shirt. Bar Run Forge. Rep it. A little iron sharpens iron. A little stupid blessed. A little logo shirt.
Logo, yeah.
Logo hoodie. Starting to get chilly out there. Rep a good Bar Run Forge hoodie. What's up, Kenny at Metal Man?
Kenny!
The artist formerly known as Metal Man.
You're going to find it. I know. You'll find the right one.
A little bit of merch.
I think we got a good weld. All right, we'll get her up to temperature again and then close down all the weld and everything.
No, the pressing matter of why Mamaw called was she wanted to know when to put the beans on for dinner, which couldn't wait.
Could not.
For the live stream that we do every Thursday. It couldn't have been a
recall of what she already knew.
The thing that we do every Thursday.
Every Thursday, right? I know why that's the case, because she looked there and saw hay rows out there in the alfalfa.
Yeah.
I thought we were bailing.
Letter Kenny Forge would be pretty funny.
Letter.
That would be pretty funny.
Or maybe later Kenny.
Later Kenny.
Deep Creek Ironworks. Hey, Troy.
What's up, Troy?
Yes.
Other Troy.
Now,
I think we're just gonna have to bring. I think we're gonna have to bring stuff to Quad State.
Do what?
I think we're gonna have to bring stuff to Quad State. Some merch.
Merch. Okay. Nope, didn't do it. Didn't weld.
A dang shame. Look away, Roy.
Get the crystal metal glue out.
Hey, any of you boys smithies? Or if not smithies per se, were you otherwise trained in the metallurgic arts? Oh, George, not the livestock.
Oh my goodness.
One of, if not one of my all-time favorite movie.
They say we were just sick with it.
We're silly with it, ain't we, boys?
Silly with it.
No, unfortunately, I have not got shorts out this week. Kind of fell apart on that one this week.
Yeah.
They're still helping a little bit. The ones from last week are. So I have to get a good bank of shorts kind of ready to rock and roll. I tried one and it kind of fell apart on me. And then I just haven't had time in the evenings to get stuff banked. So you do a better job at that.
And we're not far from 1 million views.
Yeah, that's true. Which does nothing really for us, but
right.
The milestone.
Yeah, that's right. Doing fire poker, Troy. That's what I like about you.
Letterkenny Forge. That's what I appreciate about you. Now hold on. Jill. Oh, good. I got your name right. Bring me some more biscuits and gravy, please and thank yous. No, he's just excited because he never fought a balloon animal before.
Very cool. No, it is not CC. It is
Iron Mountain.
Iron Mountain.
Good old Iron Mountain.
I believe that one took. I believe that one took.
Took and make it.
What's that?
Took and make.
Yeah, I took and made. Most non-PC Western ever made. I know which one that is.
That's true.
Love it. Pitter patter.
I believe he said the sheriff is near.
No, that limit on darn it. To extend this laurel and hearty handshake. All right, we got a good forge weld. We got the taper. Now do
Kyle Jones said put some Moxie on it. The weld will stick.
That's yeah. Or it'll puke.
Good. Roy said he is unveiling a new / better way to bring blanks to quad state this year.
Bring what? Cool. All right.
Mountain Home Forge.
Great to have you in here, as always. There we go. Got that end done. There you go.
It's a foot.
There's a foot.
That's probably more like 6 inches.
Yep. That one's a little longer.
Yeah.
About 6 3/4.
Size matters not.
Spot on.
6 inches?
6.
Hot dog.
No. All right. Make it go ping.
Yeah.
I can hold the other end. Other end will be really simple. It'll be a flat tapered, almost like a fishtail, and then this kind of extended curled handle away from the fire poker. Wait a minute. Is it away or at?
What?
Go away or toward? It's still a little warm.
I think that one's away.
Quay.
Away.
Well, let's get some opinions here.
Opinions.
So the handle, as such, should that be on the same side as the hook or away from the hook? This is away. I'm almost thinking on the same side. If it was here, you could more leverage.
I like how that one is.
You like this away?
Could have possibly also made my handy. Could be wrong.
Okay. Either way, I got to make a flat taper. So let's get to it.
Pitter patter.
Pitter patter. Same side as the hook. That's how I make them. I'm kind of thinking the same.
Yeah.
Nah. We're going to bring manual iron. Oh. Taper, maybe a drill press. Iron worker. Good thing you got that new trailer and truck. Maybe we'll have to bring the trailer. We are looking for a big vise, big leg vise.
Yep.
Like a big one.
Yep.
Like a big leg vise in here, and to get our forge press and the power hammer set, I'd be much happier.
That'd be all right. What's up, Thomas?
And then, with the addition of the tool racks and everything, gold.
Boom.
Doesn't mean I won't want any more tools.
True. That's ironic. If that's a typo that says hit Thomas, I believe he's meant to say hi, Thomas.
Hi, right?
But I already did that. I was thinking about we need to name our guillotine tool.
Uh-huh.
And it has to do something with that just to give me a little PTSD every time I hit it.
Yeah. Little Tom.
Tom.
Little Tom.
Yeah. Tom Thumb.
Tom. Wait.
The middle finger. Middle finger or pointer
Which
finger?
one was it? Middle finger or pointer?
I thought it was pointer. It's pointer finger. Sorry. Yeah, I still get... Hoping to have something for me. Should I wear... yeah. Should I wear steel gauntlet gloves?
Maybe. Maybe. Armor?
Yeah. It just shows up in full armor. That's scary. The Simpsons meme.
Right pointer.
I'm in danger.
His name is Tom Pointer.
Tom Pointer. Oh, I still have nightmares about that day.
Uh-huh. The crazy part about it, when that happened, everything in here was silent.
Yeah.
It was total silence. Nothing was making any noise. And all I heard was, oh. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Marie Antoinette. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
And Tomette.
Huh?
Marie Ann Tomette.
Oh, gosh.
Hooray!
I genetically have that same problem. If you see my pointer finger shapes down, thanks to him. Thanks to him. Picked up the 2x48 sander grinder.
Okay. The Harbor Freight. Is that the Hercules?
Did you see the breakfast menu for Harbor Freight that I sent you? I've had too much fun with AI. Trying to think of what all was on. So we made a breakfast for Harbor Freight.
Okay, so we got the flat and the hook. Just gotta put some heat back here. Bend it back.
Turn it around.
Turn it
All right,
around.
so the Harbor Freight breakfast menu includes the tire iron toast with the comment, "You deserve a break." That's a couple pieces of toast with tire iron on it. Then we have squeaky sausage. Says loose nuts, no problem. And it's got an oil can. Then we have the pocket hole pancakes. Says get flapjacked. It's got pancakes with holes drilled in it and like a pocket jig. And then the dessert, show me the stud muffin. Nailed it. Says power up with our low quality breakfast. You know, I always love the comments of AI is going to take over the world. It's going to take our jobs. And I said, AI so far has been used to make funny pictures on the internet. That's about it.
All right, so that's the next move. And then essentially straighten that up. And then just find a point here, squeeze that down. Very helpful to have the double horn anvil on this one. See from here. All right, we're going to heat that up again, do a little bit of touch up, and then we'll do a twist.
Roy, to answer your question, we are not. Dad's working on something for next year. Mountain Home Forge, to answer your question, yes, absolutely, and I freaking love them. Especially the one where the misheard word of game warden. I don't know if it'll get us kicked off of YouTube to say what he says. It's not bad, but they are quite funny.
There we go. There you go.
What do I say? Oh, that's really cool, Kenny. Love to hear that.
One little adjustment.
Clean up wings like crazy.
There we go. I'll go ahead and set up the vaunted Bill Corey twisting wrench.
He's got what?
He did what?
What's wrong with Bill?
Well, where do we begin?
He did what in his cup? Thomas, did you get around to making one of those phone holders?
So, Roy, the answer to the question you had is more than just no. I'm waiting for next year. I had parts of it done, but I don't like all of it, and I feel like I'll be rushed to finish it properly. So I'm waiting till next year and try to add some things to the piece. It was supposed to have been a campaign desk with all forged hardware and a quill made out of angle iron and an inkwell out of angle iron and some other stuff. So, but it's okay. All right.
That's all right. I saw a spider crawl across one of those the other day. I was like, I'm waiting for the day. I stick my hand in one, and there's just a spider chilling down there in the bottom. That'd be all right.
I do have a question for that. Those of you guys who put stuff in there and know a little bit more about it. If I make that wooden piece the desk, I mean, is that going to be kind of a, I won't say disqualifier, but would it be like making a chest and exhibiting the hinges? Would it take away from it if I make the desk and put all the stuff with the desk? Or does it all need to be like forged
I feel
stuff?
well, I mean, like Roy made a hammer, has wood in it. I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, hey, it was a really good work on the stuff that was on the desk. Don't bring the desk.
Yeah. Yeah, people who make knives got wood on it. I mean, if you want to get really technical, there's copper and brass in it.
Right.
IDK, my BFF Jill. Remember that commercial?
See what we got here. I think we're getting pretty close. As the wood highlights the iron. Okay. Now the marble table. Good point. All right, let's do a twist.
To the vise.
All right, we're going with a single twist. Okay. Heat it up, put the touch mark on it, and it'll be ready for coating.
What kind of grills are you bringing? Propane or charcoal? That Thomas is bringing one too.
Bring my grill friend. How about that, dad joke?
That was good. That was good.
Oh, I love the new tool rack. Which you can get at the website.
That's a good segue.
Whose grill are we talking about?
Huh?
Whose grill are we talking about? Are we talking about a grill that looks sweet?
Roy and Thomas. Roy said that Thomas is looking sweet.
Oh, good.
Thomas's grill, that is. I don't know about Thomas himself.
Aw.
I don't know. I'm not trying to interpret what he says. I'm assuming he's talking about the grill.
Reagan heading out. Bye, Reagan. Love you.
He gone.
Huh?
He gone.
He gone. Saturday.
Sunday if you want to buy stuff.
That's true.
Everybody's like, I don't want to leave here with it. Sometimes you might find a deal. To the treadle hammer.
Yeah, get on there. All right. Once you're down, I was looking at
36.
time.
36.
36.
That's all right, because once we're done with the live stream, that means you can just bang them out on the power hammer.
It is true.
Yeah.
Except for the forge weld.
We'll do the forge weld on the power hammer.
I know.
Huh?
I know. Okay. All right. Well,
All right.
There's one. There you go.
Poker.
One fire poker.
Did it on the same side.
I did.
Oh, I thought you were doing opposite.
No, because the other one was opposite.
Ah.
And all our boys said same.
Oh, I missed that part then.
There you go. Yep.
All right.
I like it. There it is. There's one.
Here you go.
4 to go.
In to go if you want to just keep selling.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude will have to get beeswax and such on it.
Such. Cat.
Yeah. I don't think we'll start another one.
Little fireside chat.
Little far
thoughts with Preacher Troy. I should have like a little segment thing, segue for that.
And now
thoughts from. It's so weird not to say Pastor Troy, because that's kind of like how anytime a preacher is brought up, you're like Pastor. Like you don't normally refer to somebody as our Preacher Troy.
Those
like you refer to you as our Preacher Troy, but you wouldn't call like, oh yeah, Preacher Troy.
Right.
Say like Pastor Troy.
Right.
Reverend.
No.
Bishop.
No. Yeah. Most people just, the nicest thing they call me is Troy. But anywho, it's yeah. What was it? What was back on SNL years ago? Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about to get real deep.
Firepot Thoughts.
Firepot Thoughts.
I got to watch that one.
Dad knee.
I got a friend bringing a whole bunch of 01 drill. How are you now? 1/2 inch diameter 01. All right then. BC Tong toolbox at Quad State. Iron in the hat. Cool.
We got one of them.
We got one of them, and we're setting that dude up for our
edition one.
Yes, we do.
We have a special edition one.
Yes, we do. We're setting that dude up for our travel.
Yep.
That will travel with us, Bill.
Yes, sir.
As we go. And it's really kind of cool because it came at a perfect time. We were trying to kind of condense our travel stuff to a specific, like most everything will be on the forge or in that toolbox. Yeah. Product and everything will be in its own place, and we'll have the grinder and whatever. But most everything we need to forge will be in that toolbox and on or around the forge or on the handle. That'll be good. I am showing my age a little bit. Wow, really? Okay. All right. So anyway, I figured there would be some discussion, and there would want to be some discussion. And if this is something you guys don't want to discuss, that's fine. I'll get back to forging. Yeah, Kenny just said it. I'll break the ice.
Yeah,
Charlie was awesome. And we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk, and other things as well. Bill Corey, grinder? Yes, fancy name for file. We just call it grinder. That's what it is. Okay, so obviously everybody knows. If you don't, I'm going to fill you in. Really kind of crappy stuff has happened over the last few days, week or 2 weeks. Specifically yesterday, and I'll call it what it is. It was an assassination of Charlie Kirk. Danimals is in here. Danimals, good to have you in here. And so, and I hate that we're not going to be forging, but I'm sure you'll be able to join in on this chat. And I've heard a lot of people online and a bunch of different places saying things like politics aside. And that's good. That's good to say. And my take on it is very clear. He was a human being. Okay, if we can start with this idea that he was a human being, and then put value on that. And again, I got to say something that I've probably told my kids and everybody else 1,000 times. I don't know if this is original to me, but it doesn't have to be. It's fine. What do thieves do? They steal. What do liars do? They lie. What do murderers do? They murder. And then we are shocked when thieves steal, liars lie, and murderers kill. And it's the sad part in it all is that we should not be shocked when a society has abandoned God so heavily and so fervently. It's not just that they've kind of drifted; they've denied and abandoned God in such a way that it should not be a surprise. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
A recent statistic went out, and I'm trying to think of the source and everything. So don't catch me on this or whatever. Approximately,
There you go.
all right, was that 27% of Americans refer to themselves as Christ followers and active Christ followers. And when you say 27%, basically a quarter, because I think those numbers are quite possibly inflated. It's people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a Christian," and really doesn't mean a whole lot other than just I say I am, because it's somebody taking a survey. When 27% of the country, a quarter of the country, proclaims it, that they would even declare it to someone asking in an interview or a survey, we should not be surprised that 75, 73% of the population doesn't behave in such a way that honors Christ, that follows the statutes of God. It shouldn't be a shock, but it is. We live in a flawed, failing world and flawed, failing bodies. And I had somebody ask me today, basically, they asked me the question, what's the answer? And I would answer that the same way I would answer just about anybody for any other problem. Ask the question first. If something is broken, what works? What works? Okay, if something's not working, what's the question to ask? And the question is, what works? If you say, okay, this system over here is broken, if you have a piece of machinery that's broken, you're going to ask the question, what's broken on it, and what works? What makes this work? And it's really simple. My answer is really, really simple, because we need a simple solution. That is what is required. And the simple solution is this. And I'll even back it off and say to a simple principle. Okay? So God establishes his law on the hearts of men, and Moses delivers the law. And for years, they would follow the law and fall away from the law, and follow the law and fall away from the law, and follow the law and fall away from the law. And every time they would get away from that, things would go bad. Things would go against them. And Jesus, he comes along, and the teachers of the law, which is hilarious to me, the teachers of the law try to trap him in a political trap. I want you to be very clear about that. When the teachers of the law come to Jesus and say, ask this question, which of the laws is the greatest? That's a political trap, not a religious trap. He threatened their power, and so they're trying to trap him. Jesus answers very plainly. He says, the law, simple. It's simple. It can be summed up in two. And the first is the greatest. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and worship him only. No other gods. The second one, he says, is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. So, really, the answer is very evident, very much in front of us, and very much doable. I've heard a lot of people say, all this is the worst things have ever been. Things are terrible. That blah 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 blah. A guy like Charlie, if he believed that, he wouldn't have gone to campuses like he did. If people, there's a couple other guys that go to campuses and talk to young people and travel around to talk to people about this. They didn't believe that it was solvable, that it was fixable, that it was doable, they wouldn't go do that. They wouldn't even bother. Um, and, and exactly, I mean, Kenny's hitting a lot of these right on the head. He went with 2 microphones. The Socratic method worked so well for him to say, I'm here to have dialogue, conversation. And when dialogue, which is conversation, literally break that word down, dialogue is 2 words, the 2 point. And when you have dialogue between 2 people, it works. Again, that's a simple thing that works. If I can have a conversation with you, and you speak, and I speak, and whether we agree on it, that's the whole point of dialogue. And this idea is that it doesn't have to be an agreement. And if it's not an agreement, we don't treat the other person as an inhuman. And that's the disgusting part. Like I said, the first thing we have to do is go back to treating people as humans and put value on human. And if we stop putting value on a human, and again, I don't want to negate the fact that the guy was a husband, a father. I don't want to negate that, but husband, father or not, he's a human.
Yeah.
He's a human being, just like everybody on here, just like everybody who will watch this, everybody who won't watch this. They're all human beings. And as Jesus puts it, they are our neighbors. So let's start with this. Number 1, Jesus says, commandments are both the first 2. What he says about right after that is he says, the rest follows. If you look at the commandments after number 2, if you love the Lord with all your heart and worship him only, and you love your neighbor as yourself, you won't covet his. You won't have an adulterous affair with your neighbor and his wife. You wouldn't steal. You wouldn't bear false witness. If you love God and worship him only and love your neighbor, the others fall in line. They are they're consequential. And I think that's just the most important part of all of this, is that go back to principles that work. It worked in families for 2 millennia, 6 millennia. It's worked. And every time that a nation or a group of people or individuals, humans, slip away from the idea that we start with that first premise, love the Lord your God, worship him only. As soon as you slip away from that, and I get it. I know there's frustration and anger, and when things don't go right, why did God? And I understand it's a natural human thing to ask, why did God do this? Why did God do that? Why did he abandon? God never walks away. God never fails. It is humans who fail. We've been given free will to do as we want to do. We're the ones who fail, not God. Because his principles are perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Here's the crazy part. Even if you don't believe in God, the principles after love the Lord your God, the next 9 are ideal principles for human living.
Yeah.
Even if you don't follow Christ, his teachings on how to treat people are right and just. So I again, as Kenny said, being unapologetic about our faith, and I hear, bring the temperature down, and no, I disagree. I think bringing the temperature up is proper in this way, not from an anger standpoint, because Jesus says this. I know some of you guys are angry, and I was angry at a point over the last couple of days. I've been angry. And he says it's okay. But in your anger, don't sin.
Yeah.
Okay? Be angry. Be angry that a godly man trying to raise a family, trying to keep a business, trying to be faithful to his country and to his God and to his family, be angry that happened. But in your anger, don't sin. Those are those principles that I think follow right along with that first 2 things. Because when I'm angry, if I consider loving God and loving my neighbor, then my anger won't cause me to sin. It won't be that thing. Um, and again, I know you guys don't come in here to watch me and listen to me lecture and preach or whatever, but these are times where we got to talk about it. We got to have these conversations, and I know majority of you guys kind of follow along with the principles we're talking about as well. I know none of you are surprised by my stance on this. And Bobby just jumped in and says that very thing is when just in the United States, when 73% of the population doesn't follow Christ, it's an evidence that they don't value human life. And again, that first premise that I said was putting a value on it being a human. Exactly. And once we put that back in place, then these other things will fall in line. We put a value on another human, and I think yes, we have been desensitized by our screens.
Yeah.
To the sanctity of human life.
Yeah.
I think our screens do that. Hey, little buddy.
What was it?
Little mouse just came out of the power hammer.
Oh.
Should have turned that on and rung his bell a little bit. That's non-human life. That's all right. But anyway, those things are right. And I know what you're saying, Bobby, but I'm going to say it hasn't lost it, because lost means it's gone. I think it needs to
low point.
Yeah, it's at a low point.
Yeah.
And I will say, I've heard people say, and we've got a couple guys in our congregation say this, this world's never been any worse than it. How can God not? And let me tell you something. I can point to you six specific dates in human history where the world is a whole lot worse than it is right now. A lot worse than it is right now.
Yeah.
But we're in it. That's the difference. We are in this time, in this place right now. So it's up to us. We have to be the change. We have to be the things. And I don't want to hear I'm too old. It's too late for me. No way. I don't buy that at all. I look at demonstrations throughout history where people of any age and any background have changed the world. So if we can get back to that idea that first and foremost, human life. Again, I'm not talking Christian life, a specific color, a specific group of. I'm talking about life, human life. If human life is valuable, then none of these things happen. None of these things happen. And what you just said, Eric, also falls along, and that's where I kind of wanted to get the end out with 24 years ago.
Yeah.
And again, we've had people shooting. I don't even care if we get kicked off. Mass shootings.
For the past 2 days.
In the past few days, we've had fires and bombings and all kinds of stuff going on in different places. And the first instinct is, and we've done it. We all do it. Is to point the finger at another group of people.
Yeah.
And they're another group of humans. And they're a group of humans that need Jesus Christ desperately. This ought to be as much evidence. If the United States and the world ever needed more evidence that people need the Lord, it is this. It is things like this. And today is a 24-year anniversary of a group of people who felt as if the human lives that they impacted weren't worth it, that they didn't have value, or that they were useful for their particular cause to be taken, that they did not value their own life. And I think that's the other side of this, is that we need to teach people that their lives are valuable, and to use a political, or God forbid, a religious ideology to justify the removal of human life. Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting to think of that. If that's the case. Yeah, there were many godless times in Old Testament, tremendously, and there were times where people in the name of the Lord did godless things as well. So the other side of that would be, in remembering 9/11, is that there are people who can absolutely positively make a difference in this world in the roughest and toughest of times. the guys that founded our country and who fought across the frontier and people like that. It's like, do you think that they were concerned about their feelings?
Yeah.
About how somebody said something that hurt their feelings? Their job, their whole purpose was to survive to the next thing. And these are definitely 21st century issues that we have. And so let's just get back to principles that work. Even if you aren't a God-fearing person, the God principles work. They just do. They work for life. And I think if we start there, people will understand that. And it's really easy to just pound on the religious fervor of things, um, and drive people away from God. But we just demonstrate to them that the godly principles work. I'll share in the last few minutes here, share my 9/11 experience. I was not, at the towers or anything like that. Point eight. Point eight. That's the distance I was from the stop sign on Blue Ribbon Road. 0.8 miles. I was working for the county engineers, and and the reason why I know it's 0.8 is because we had markers we were doing and showing what distance we were, and they were survey points. 0.8 was the stick that I was next to in my dump truck. 0.8 miles down Blue Ribbon Road on a hill. Show you right where it was. Listen, WLW. Mike McCollum said we have breaking news from ABC. Breaks in. Been a plane that's hit one of the towers. And it just struck me in such a way. I was like, my heart sunk. I knew exactly what was going on as best anybody could. I looked over at a buddy of mine who was working with me because he was flagging and everything. And he said, "What just happened?" I told him, and I looked down and I said, "This ain't over." I remember that very clearly. That was the phrase I know for a fact that I said, "This ain't over." And just minutes later, the second one hits, and then Pennsylvania, and the Pentagon, and everything like that. So the weird thing was, there was no radio traffic coming across from the county. Like our CBs, our radios, completely silent. There was one communication from our foreman back to the main office, and the main office just said, essentially, do what you got to do. It's okay. And while we were sitting out there listening to the radio, family about 100 yards down from us waved us in, and there's about 10 of us. We went and sat in their living room and watched the events. And as we sat there and watched it all, of course, what struck me the most in that too was, again, loss of human life. But there were 3 guys in my crew that were in the Army Reserve or reserves, and they didn't speak. They didn't speak the whole time. Everybody had their opinions. Everybody had their thoughts, like what was going on, and this is devastating. These guys didn't make a sound. And then I looked over at them and I thought, these guys already know what's about to happen. I mean, these guys are already packing their bags. They already know what's coming. And I was struck by that. I was absolutely struck by that. That, we're all like, fervent and all that kind of stuff. And these guys are like, okay, I'm going to have a uniform on in the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to be away from my family and be put in harm's way because of these actions right here, the lack of respect for human life. And then the next radio communication was about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and it was just 3 words: "Come on home." That was the only communication. Come on home. And the 3 foremans all just clicked back and said, "Okay." There was 3 okays. The engineer said to one of the safety directors, he said, "This is the message." He clicked on to open the mic, and then he clicked on again and said, "Come on home." And then I heard, "Okay, okay, okay." And our foreman turned around, just did this number. Didn't even say, "Come on, boys, let's go."
Yeah.
Just John Swingley. He turned around and said thank you to the family, and off we went.
There you go.
Yeah, and I recall, and again, politics aside, I recall seeing the image of George W. Bush receiving the information of what happened, and his response was epic. I mean, just
Yeah.
you could see it come out of him. But he's sitting there thinking, I'm in front of a bunch of little kids, and I can't just, you know. So he held it together, finished what he was doing, and went on about his business, knowing that he was now a target
Yeah.
as well. And this is the kind of men and people that we need to step up and be men and women of God, men and women of courage and of faith to do the thing that He's called us to do. Everybody's kind of sharing what they were doing that. Now, Eli, you were at the time, you were
5.
4, 5,
I
5.
remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we were in school that day, and we still lived over at Hollowtown. Mom had kicked on the TV, and I can remember her just, sobbing her eyes out. Like, I didn't really understand what was going on, other than I just saw, like, America under attack and that kind of thing. I remember seeing the clip of George W. Bush, and then the thing I remember most was not on 9/11, but afterwards. My grandpa, who just passed away this past week, made it a point to kind of make sure we understood kind of the gravity of what was going on. We took a trip to New York and saw Ground Zero. The rubble was still there. You could still see. There's a famous photo of kind of like the wall section with the kind of sun burning through it, and the dust is kind of creating like a really halo effect and everything. I remember seeing that, like, that was still up when we got there. Um, but I have a picture of a police officer, an NYPD police officer. We're standing by the wall, people, memorial walls, just stuff is everywhere. Again, I'm only 5, so like I don't fully understand, but I understand like this is serious.
Yeah.
And I don't remember exactly the story with it, but I basically just looked up at that lady and I was like, I want a picture with you. Like, you're a hero. I want to get a picture with you.
Yeah.
So somewhere there's a picture of me like standing next to one of the police officers. She's she's got a smile on her face, and you can tell she's struggling. Like you can tell it in her face she's struggling, but she's smiling, and I'm just kind of like standing there, just really cool. Like this to me, that's a hero. To me, that person, wherever she was on 9/11, but she was a New York police officer. So
yeah. All right, it is 8:03. I appreciate all you guys being in here and hanging with us. So what we're gonna do, instead of starting it off with the bell ring, we're gonna end it with a bell ring, and we're not even gonna say goodbye. We're gonna do the bell ring. We'll let it ring for a little bit, and then Eli's just gonna close us out of here. Our ring tonight is, and we will start with that. And I wanted to bring that up. Eli's grandfather passed away, and his funeral will be next Saturday.
yeah,
So we keep that in our prayers. Eli was blessed. He'll tell you that. He had 3 pretty good papaws.
and a great grandpa.
And a great grandpa.
Technically 2 at one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You had a great grandpa that you knew, loved, and you had 3 papaws.
Yeah.
It was such a blessing for you to have a papaw Jim, a papaw Ray, and a papaw Terry.
Yeah.
So, I know he feels blessed by that. They were a good part of his life, but we're going to remember him as well. And then also all the other loss of human life over the last couple of weeks and events there. We're going to pray for the family of Charlie and all those involved in the manhunt and all the other stuff that goes along with that. And if we don't value the human life of the person who did this, we would be remiss as well.
Yeah.
The nature of us says, blow him to bits, whatever.
Yeah.
The godly nature of us says, redeem him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, law of the land is the law of the land, and justice is justice, and you have to pay for your crimes. So anyway, we're gonna ring the bell. I'll do that 3-bell ring just like we normally do, and then Eli's just going to simply fade us out to the closing. Thank you guys so very, very much. We will see you next Thursday, if not sooner, on some of our shorts. Some other things that we're doing. We've got one video in the queue, kind of ready to go. We got another video started.
Yep.
And we'll go from there. But guys, we love you. We mean that.
Yeah.
This is not just something we put on for a show every Thursday night. We love you guys. We just really love everything about doing what we do here, and your great respect you have for the stream and for us and for what we try to do here. You guys, anything you want to add before we close out?
I was just saying, one of us want to pray.
Yeah, go right ahead, man. I'll do the bell ring.
Okay. If y'all are watching, go ahead and bow your heads. God, we just come to you right now. Lord, our hearts are heavy, and the time that we live in is heavy, but your grace sustains us, as it says in Psalms. We find comfort and refuge in you. God, I pray for everybody in this chat right now, that they would find peace. If they don't know you, Lord, that they would come to a saving knowledge of you, and accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior. God, we pray for everybody involved in past week's events. Lord, we pray for the families that are still affected from 9/11. And Lord, just be with us, be with our country, be with the people of this world, and make them realize that they need you. We thank you for what your son did on the cross for us. In your son's name I pray. Amen.
Amen.